Welcome everybody, this is Niz from Pandemonium Games, and we're watching another Destiny game that was played in the store. It's between myself and Shandon. Shandon's one of our returning players who's come back. He's really well known for really weird combos of decks. I'm on the left hand side, I'm playing Snoke Thrawn vehicles, and I believe my battlefield is not Imperial Palace, it's Jedi Temple, whereas he's playing Baze Malbus and Snap Wexley with the Resolve 3 of your damage dice battlefield. I'm not sure what it's called. Something with scatter, if I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, so I haven't played Thrawn much, and I thought I'd get some games in with him and just see what happens here. I apologize for quite a bit of background noise because there is quite a bit of noise in the store because I think a few of the windows are open and we get a lot of noise from the street, unfortunately. So going through the mulligans and stuff here. So a lot of people are saying Snoke is a bit too cheap for what he does. He possibly is. The problem is, on his own, he doesn't do much. It's just his enabling ability that's just quite hectic. So I'm trying to push out vehicles here, and everyone knows what Thrawn's ability is. If you don't know, is after you activate, you can guess a number and remove a card of the value that you named from your opponent's hand. So I choose my battlefield because I really need it. So this deck thrives on removing cards from your opponent's hand that can remove your dice, so that you can resolve your vehicle dice, uninterrupted. Cool. If you don't know what Snap Wexley's ability is if one of his dice are in the pool, you cannot claim unless you pay one, which is quite crippling. Excuse me. So, yeah, I guess 2 here. And the 2 takes out the planetary uprising. And this is really interesting. So, Thrawn's ability allows you to look at an opponent's entire hand, and you just discard a card. And you normally take the most, you choose a value and hopefully hit that value. So he puts the wingman on Baze here so that he gets the double activation when he does snap. So here you go, activate snap, and then free activation of Baze as well. Yeah, it's a blank discard, and then essentially 5 range damage over there, just sitting there. So I pay 1 for the isolation to remove Baze's dice, leaving him just on the modifier. And earlier I played the chance cube on Snoke just to get that in there. So the discard gets the force illusion. That's painful. So what am I only playing 2 obviously just to survive. I haven't used Snoke's power action here. And you see the power action tokens laying off onto the side there. So I think I haven't hit any resources, or have I? I think this may be a resource on the second Thrawn die from the bottom here. So yeah, so he's played Rebel Assault, which just says if he has a die showing range damage, he can resolve a die not showing, or remove a die not showing range damage. So I take 2 shields with Thrawn for some reason, and I take a resource here. So this is, as you can see, is not the optimal play here. I think I didn't roll into any focuses, and that's the issue there. I didn't want to discard the card I need in my hand there. So round 2 already, no damage done. Not much has actually happened. I've got a chance to get a wingman down, so no one's really got an advantage. He does have the advantage with regards to activations. There's the overkill. Overkill's got 4 modifier sides for range damage and 2 blanks. That's the alt art, obviously, with Baze on it. That is quite a hectic card to come up against, especially with Baze. Thrawn activates, I guess, 1. See if I can get a removal card. I take a Dug in, I believe. That gives him shields. And I'm showing, is that 2 resource and a shield, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Gets the double activation again, and it just gives you so much dice that's available for him to do things with. And ooh, range damage. Oh, Baze is really good with range damage. So I've got the 2 resources. I'm not sure if I have a Beguile in my hand at this point. And do I? It's the Beguile. What is that? What am I playing here? So guys, you can probably scream at me here because I am not a good Thrawn Snoke player at all. I mean, I generally guess the wrong numbers a lot of the time. So, do I play the Beguile? Yeah, I play the 2 for the Beguile here. And just re-rolling the 3 into the blank, blanking the damage die on snap, and then removing the other dice. Allows me to claim, even though I may have money, I still have a chance cube to resolve as well as Thrawn's die. Power action on Snoke to do 1 damage to Thrawn, takes a shield. And I get 4 resources, which Shannon did tell me is pure BS. He's now got an A180. Is that an A180 or A280? It's the A280 blaster with the special that has 3 different resolution effects if you wanted to do that. Now, I've only activated Thrawn so far, and that's put me 4 resources ahead already. Gives me the money to activate the transcube, yeah, obviously, but pays for mitigation. Probably put out a vehicle this turn. So, 2 resources showing on the table here. He's going for the reroll, hoping to do some damage. Gets a bunch of modifiers there. I'm bringing out the Separatist landing craft for some reason. I'm not sure why. He discards a card from man with snap, obviously. Gets a doubt. I just take the resource. He claims to, I think, remove both cards from my hand here. Yeah, mind trick and another doubt. So my hand's empty at this point. Sadly, don't have any vehicles to play. I get even more money. And I'm hoping with the Separatist landing craft to hit the special for the droid. Don't get it's a blank, and that's the end of the turn. So this deck plays the 2 Separatist landing crafts just as a way of dealing with the amount of indirect in the meta, as well as just like another mute shield to survive, really, because all you need is 1 character alive with 1 health and all your vehicles firing to be able to win the game. So I think I've thrown a vehicle here where I can actually start ramping it, doing damage, because as you can see, we've both done almost no damage, even though he's purely damage orientated now. Like, his deck is just about straight character damage with mods, and I'm having to get vehicles out and do things. There's the planetary. So those of you who've played since Awakenings will know that card. If you claim, after you claim, you do 2 damage to your opponent. They can distribute it as they wish. There's an archive drop there, yep. So quite a bit of dice in the pool there. That is a lot of damage. He has to pay for it though. He has a pay side on Baze. Baze, not Baz. I deflect the A280 because I know he can't pay for the Baze die, but he has to do 2 resolutions to pay for it. That's the thing. So he disrupts me for 2, curtailing what I can do. So I deflect the Baze die back into him as well. And that's the first damage of the game done there. So I haven't activated yet. I haven't looked at anything. I haven't discarded any cards. He's got the money now. I mean, what are you going to do with it? Another chance of coming down, thrown them. So now I've got the 2 to pay for this, and he can't disrupt me further. So I can roll in and potentially get 6 resources here, maybe 8. I think it's collateral damage, and that forces me to lose the resource here, which is kind of sad. And I think he does the damage obviously to a character. So obviously the smart thing here to do is activate Thrawn, and I'm probably going to guess 1 because that's most of the cards he has in his hand. Mitigation cards are 1s. Well, I guess 2, okay. So I take the other overkill, which is okay, I guess. He claims to remove the pin down from my hand. Very good card. So pin down, what I really like about it is that it just removes the die. Doesn't matter what value the die is. As long as you have a vehicle in play, it's online. So the charge skill comes back to my hand, sadly. I pay 1 to roll in. I've got a double focus and Thrawn there. And yeah, so that's sadly blank on Snoke and the chance cube. I'm not sure what that on the Separatist landing craft is. 2 shields, I think. And a discard a resource on the arc. So now, the smart thing here is to power action Snoke 4 focus. I don't think I do that. I do something totally different, which is not the right play here. But wait, I do it. I do it. Oh geez, wow. Okay, I made a smart decision. So that's the 2 resource side, 3 resource side. Right turn Snoke to double focus. The resource, range damage on the arc. And I think the goal is to get as much money at this point, because I know that I've gone through so much on my deck and I've only seen 2 supports. So I'm hoping that I can pick up more of my vehicles and play them just. And then another 2 resources with Thrawn's dice. I've gone to 7 resources. I'm already loaded 3 damage into Baze, so I'm just gonna keep putting damage into him. When I need to kill him, he's the guy with the most dangerous dice. Snap is not that difficult to kill. He's got 9 health. Even though he has 2 shields, it takes him to 11. Not difficult. But Baze Malbus really needs to die. Especially if he hits me with a hit and run here, he can do a substantial amount of damage because Wingman triggers off that. So you hit and run, activate Snap, roll in Baze, and you can potentially resolve 1, 2, or 8 or 9 damage, I think. Like easily. So that is dug in, I think. Yeah, dug in. Here's the Grand Moff. Now, if you're not familiar with Grand Moff, it has no blank size. I'm not going to go through that. That's not the important part. The important part is the power action. That's power action. You can use the claim ability on a battlefield, or on the battlefield in play, or switch the battlefields. So now, using the Jedi Temple, you just, oh wow, that is a lot of damage coming through there. That is very likely a one shot on Thrawn to kill him there. So now, it's a tough decision here. I have to mitigate dice. How many I mitigate? Can't tell you. So I'll put down the 3 just to remove a lot of it. Like 3 damage is still 3 less damage that Thrawn has to take. Because I need Thrawn to survive because my mana generation is not as good. Because if I had two more vehicles out, maybe 3 more vehicles out, I wouldn't worry. I'd mitigate like 1 die and not care if Thrawn died. So that's 7 damage, I think. I have a shield. This also limits how much I can use Snoke's power action now. Because I don't have any healing in the deck, unfortunately. That was 7 damage essentially. It would have been 10. So I use the buff power action to remove 2 events. He's got a C3 and another wingman. The wingman doesn't help him at all because, I mean, what is he going to do with put it on? I mean, he can put it on Snap, then he can activate either one of his characters and he'll activate the other. Thrawn guessing 0 to remove the wingman. So this is where the deck starts to shine, I felt, when I was playing. You use Grand Moff to use that battlefield, look at the opponent's hand, discard events, you just check what numbers there are, and then you continue from there and just remove cards. It's crazy. So I dropped the Force Wave here because, so there's a one-off Force Wave in the deck just to deal with any 3 wide decks or any problematic decks. I think I used the Force Wave in this game, but I'm not convinced by it. Well, then again, I haven't played against much 3 wide decks. So he gets double hidden motive. It's sad. There's not much I could do. I mean, you can't really stop that once a battle hits me. It hits me quite hard. But I'm hoping to have supports in my hand at least so that I can like survive it. Or his claim doesn't really hurt me. So I'm not sure why I focus here. I focus here because I need the resources to activate Thrawn. Now I've gone for no damage here. I've just gone purely for resources. In hindsight, I should have focused the Thrawn die to the 2 and taken the 2, activated, and it would have been fine. So there's the special on the Force Wave. I know that very well. So I power action for 3 focus. Oh no, I just do the 1 focus, which takes the Thrawn to 2 focus. That chance keep to 3, and I think I do the 2 indirect on the Force Wave because there's the 3 indirect showing on the Grand Moff die. So I take 7 resources, which pushes me way back up. Doesn't matter if I've lost the events or not. It doesn't matter if he's claimed, because I mean I've got money now to play the vehicles in the next round. Thrawn's still alive, and unless he's with a hit and run, I should be fine. And that's 5 indirect, which takes all his shields. Well, I think he leaves Baze with 1 shield, and he puts 1 damage onto Snap. And the reason being is that he needs Baze to live. Baze is the win condition. Baze can one-shot my characters if he rolls good and I have no mitigation. So there's a Fang Fighter, Count Dooku, Solar Sailor Man, a Beguile, and a Force Illusion. I'm not sure what the other support is. So the one downside of this deck is I've got the Fang Fighters in because I don't have any Hailfire Droid tanks, and I feel the deck would be so much better if I had Hailfire Droid tanks. That would just push the deck over, like way over. So there's the hit and run play. So this is the only dangerous thing in the deck, is that hit and run allows him to resolve dice without me being able to mitigate it at all. And here, this is monumental here. The fact that he blanked out on 2 dice and he's only got the modifier on overkill and the one base side on snap means he can only do 4 damage. So if he'd rolled 5 damage, Thrawn dies. And I don't think I'm in the position to win, even though I could. The thing is, then the uprisings, and I lose Thrawn's ability to remove a card from his hand, which is really powerful. But the planetary uprisings then just start stacking onto Snoke, and then I have to get a battle droid out. So collateral damage, so he's dealing 4 to each of my characters, which is terrifying. Oh no, he does, no, sorry, not collateral damage, just does the 4 and I lose a resource as well. So I'm going to power action with Grand Moff. He's only got the 1, which is not Salvo. I can't remember what that card is, the Imperial card. He plays the 8-80 on snap now. I assume he hopes he's going to survive the next round. So Thrawn's going to remove that card from his hand, because I mean I've memorized the number there. He's got no mitigation. He's got no rerolls. He's got C-3PO to resolve stuff. I mean, he needs to do 1 damage to Thrawn to kill him. So the big gal here. So it's interesting, is not interesting, it's good that you have to remove C-3PO's die, because it turns anything that has a symbol on it, non-modified, into something else. So reroll the snap die, comes back, resource, I'll blank that and I'll remove C-3PO, because nothing else on the board is actually a threat. You can take the 1 resource, I'm not really worried. And I have enough to pay to claim, but I'm not going to claim. I still have 5 cards in my hand to play here. So let's go through activating the supports. I think I roll everything in before I activate Snoke. So I've got an Arc, Count Dooku, Solar Sailor, and a Fang, which I think may be enough to kill him. The planetary damage I could stay down there. I've used the power action there, correct. So we have the power action tokens made custom for the store, and they just really help with to show that you've used something. And just tracking a game state, especially now Destiny's become a bit more complex, is really useful. So pay the 2, roll in, make the money back with the chance cube. I've got the force wave. It might be useful. The problem is I might kill Thrawn, but I could just take the damage on Snoke here. So he's claimed, so we're just discussing dice here at this point. So Thrawn with the, I can't use the power action on Thrawn's die because it'll die. So I use the double focus to bring the chance cubes up and put Snoke on, I think, focus sides as well, or indirect sides. That's 6 money, quite a substantial amount of money. So now, this is the one thing I don't like about playing vehicles, is that I have to constantly rearrange my board because I'm really bad at planning ahead. Like, I should know I should have space for this, but I don't. That's the 2 damage there. There's the next arc, which costs me 3. And that's another 3 indirect. And there's the Fang, because I mean he's claimed now, I need to do what I want. That's a 3 damage there. So I've got the focus side on Snoke. I took it just in case I needed to turn something. So this is just dick swinging here. So he's explaining that I could actually just kill him now without doing anything else. I could just shoot all his characters and kill them. So this is insane. So I take the Separatist card out just in case I manage to do something stupid and kill someone. So I put the battle droid in, hoping I roll an indirect just for funsies. So the game is technically over at this point. I mean, Force Wave, I'll pay 1 for that to do a 3, 2, and 1. So 3 to Baze, 2 to Snap, and 1 to the battle droid. Because I don't think he makes it out of this turn. Yeah, so he's got 4 health left on Baze and 6 health left on Snap. So 7 indirect, and I've still got 2 range there. I've got a 2 range and a 3 range there. So I mean, and then 2 and 2. That's it. GG. So yeah, thanks to Shandon for playing this game. It was really great having him play this game. Thanks for watching, everyone. You can check out our next video up on the channel soon. This is Niz from Pandemonium Games.